Okay, no, seriously. I know I've been talking for now a while now about maybe starting something on this channel a little bit different. Nothing to do with video games at all. Wouldn't be let's plays or tutorials on any of these games that you would have on here. I know I was talking like, oh well, maybe I'll go into this whole thing. I've not been on here for like close to a freaking year now. At least not consistently. And even before then, for about 3-4 years before that, I was only doing content kind of sporadically. It was there, but it wasn't there, and a lot of it was just the Elder Scrolls Online stuff, which made a lot of freaking money and got me a lot of new subscribers, and that's great, but, well, actually not a lot of money. You'd think I'd be making a lot more, even though I'm getting close to, like, maybe total I have, like, 1.8 million total channel views, and you would think I'd be making a hell of a lot more money, but, no, I'm not making much money at all. I can maybe get a tank of gas once per month, that's about it, so it sucks. And I know I tried to push the Patreon thing, and no one gave a crap about that. Yeah, you actually have the people actually have to watch your content for to get patrons. You know, you have to actually give them real content and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just saying it's what I wanted to do on here was possibly just start talking, just vlogs, just talking off the top of my head about whatever the hell I freaking feel like. Because there's times when I'm just frustrated and I just want to talk about stuff. There's things in my life going on. There's been things that have been going on for a year now that I don't know if I should mention names, and it could get into a whole thing with personal stuff, and I just don't know how far to go with that. And I could talk in a more generalized sense of the word, and I know that some of these people may accidentally stumble across this thing. People I know in the real world and get upset with me and blah, 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 and I don't want to hurt feelings, and you know, and then there's this part of me that's like, just doesn't give a crap anymore. He gives a crap, that's the thing, but Mad Rabbit just doesn't care, you know? He doesn't care about hurting people's feelings on certain things because sometimes they're just acting stupid. The way they act, the way they talk, their motives, whatever it is, and I just don't get it, you know what I mean? So I want to just talk about stuff. Then I look into it, I go, wait a minute. Maybe I'll just start a second channel, right? And monetize that, and I just start doing vlogs or something like that. And then I hear things like, well, you can't monetize a second channel unless you make a second Google AdWord account, and you have to have a different checking account, and I really don't want to open up a second checking account and go through the whole rigmarole of that. I don't even know if it's worth all that effort. So why not just do it on here? Oh, well, then you only got gamers on here. What about vlog people? The people that listen to you only for vlogs see your games, they don't want to watch that. And the people that watch your games, they don't want to see your vlogs. Well, you know what? At some point, you just got to break down and just do it. You know, there's other things I want to do on here too. I want to do like, I'm an artist, so maybe I'll put some artwork up here, or maybe I'll talk about my books I've been writing, or maybe I'll just, you know, talk about different projects I'm doing, or whatever. Or just I wanted to talk about some of my personal beliefs, like my Christian beliefs, my conservative beliefs, political stuff. Oh, well, half your audience might be liberals and socialists and bull crap like that, and you alienate half your audience and all this crap. You know what I mean? And what it boils down to is I just want to freaking talk and make content again. That's really what it boils down to. You know. So do I talk about personal issues? Do I talk about relationship issues? Do I talk about friends and or lack of thereof? Or do I talk about the plight of a man who's like getting older in years? I know I got all these people on the YouTube channel. They're like teens, 20-somethings, some are in the 30s and 40s. Like I'm 46 right now. I mean, maybe some people are my age, but not too many. There's not a whole hell of a lot of people on here that are my age. Mostly younger people, you know, playing video games. And you know, here I am getting older, and I'm like, I have a different perspective on life than a lot of people that are subscribed to this channel. So should I talk about that kind of crap? Should I talk about my perspective, and they're not going to agree with your perspective anyway? So you know what I mean? Do I give a crap about their opinions? No. You know what Clint Eastwood said, Dirty Harry. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. So go start your own channel, right? make your opinion known. I don't even know. I could just throw out topics here left and right, and we can just talk about them. You know what I mean? Like what was I thinking of earlier? Yeah, like Mother's Day. My sister, for some reason, you know, she texted me. She said something like, "Oh, hey, Mother's Day is coming up. I'd already sent my mother a card. It was the cheapest freaking card I could find because most of you guys know I haven't been employed for like 10 years now because of my back problems. Then there's a whole issue with the back problems and the whole system, and I'll go into that maybe in some other video, right? But my sister goes, oh, hey, can you just send me $20? We're going to send her some flowers. So, all right, I guess I'll send you $20 for some flowers. My sister forwards me the receipt for this, and it's like, ends up being $70 or something, all told, for flowers now. Gets to get delivered on Mother's Day, which is, what, about a couple days from now. So, okay, so we just spent $70. I sent only 20 of my bucks. I'm thinking to myself, you don't want to be, the flowers are going to die in a couple days. What's the point of this? This is pointless. You know, I should have said something to my sister, because I mean, it went into my head, like, why are we sending flowers? I mean, they're going to die in a couple days. I know they look pretty for a couple days, and maybe the house will smell nice for a day or two, but what is the freaking point? And I can make a whole video about that and get your opinion. Let me know in the comments below. You know, like stupid shit like that. Like, oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I could just talk about stupid crap like that, and just to get people's opinions, to get the discussion started, just to make content again on this channel, like things that bug me. Because all I do is frickin' sit here sometimes. Then my dad stares out the window at the mailbox, because he's an old man now. And do I disrespect him and say, how about you, like, maybe get out, maybe do something, Dad? Maybe do, you know, instead of just sitting there in your bedroom and staring at the mailbox, waiting for the mail lady to drop off your mail. And 99% of the time, it's just a bill anyway that, you know, maybe you can get an hour or two later when you just happen to go out there. You know, I'm trying, you know, I'm Christian, so I don't want to be like disrespectful to my father. But at some point, maybe there's like some bit of concern in there too. Like, okay, so this guy's kind of coming unglued and he's just staring at the mailbox for an hour or two. You know, maybe that's of interest to people. You know what I mean? To talk about things like that. But I don't want to disrespect people that I know. You know, then there's like relationship things. And I'm like, okay, I'm confused as hell. So, you know, I like you, but you like someone else, okay? But they hate your guts, apparently. Okay, so that's interesting. How does that work? Maybe the whole flow of that should be the other way around. Okay, yeah. Then you think about stuff like that, and it's like I don't, you know, I'm trying to wrap my mind around why women think the way they do, you know. And then you don't think of things from their point of view, but they think like you're subhuman or something because you're a man or something like that. Oh, well, that brings up the whole feminism thing. Can't talk about that because then you get demonetized. Oh, well, yeah, then I can't bring up that stuff. Oh, well, better shut my freaking mouth, right? But then not talk about that. No, pointing out like how you know, where's my parade? Where's my where's my Medal of Honor for the wounds I've taken in the relationship battles over the years? How I've been wounded and then, you know, not tried to even think about relationships for like a decade or plus at a time sometimes, you know, just being hurt by stuff like that and just being sick of it. You know what I mean? I mean, why do you think I've not been making videos hardly at all for a year? I'm hurt by things that really never materialized, that I had hoped would materialize, but they didn't. And maybe it's for the best. You think about it after the fact, and then you think, well, I'm becoming an old man. I don't want to die alone. Blah blah blah. You know. Then so this is my yearly rant for you people. Okay. Do you want me to talk about how disappointed I am about Elder Scrolls 6? I mean, seeing what some of Bethesda Games Studios has done. We could talk about video games. I could go and rant about video games. I'm not holding a whole lot of high hopes for Bethesda to make a game that's free from microtransactions. I mean, we can talk about Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online. We could talk about Minecraft. We could talk about there's this one spin-off coming from it's like Minecraft. It's called Hightail. Have you heard of that game? It looks really incredibly awesome. It's not even out yet. And it looks like what Minecraft should have been. You know what I mean? We could talk about that. I mean, I don't have any footage for this stuff. I don't want to play the games. But I mean, I can talk about anything. You know, I mean, what do I want to talk about here today? I mean, I could just go on and ramble and make content. And what else? Let's see here. I'm looking around my room here. Okay, I just bought an MP3 player. Great. You know, but you know, I steal all my stuff off the internet. Is that right? Is it right? Probably not, right? I mean, spend the buck to buy the MP3 of each of these songs. Well, some of them are hard to find, or they're imports. You can't get them. and or you have to buy the album for like 30 or 40 bucks from China or Japan or something like that. So it's just easier to go on the internet since I have the audio recording materials. I just steal them, just steal them. Is that right to just steal them? No, it's not right to just steal them. So, you want to give money to some of these people and not steal copyrighted content, but at the same time, it's like, I just don't. Sometimes they make it so difficult to get some of the stuff. It's just that you make it. I got the technology. I'm going to do it. I'm going to rip that off of this YouTube video. And I really don't feel like spending 15, 20 bucks to buy a whole album or 30 bucks to buy a whole album. Is that right or is that wrong? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's wrong. I don't know. I can make a whole video about that. I mean, I'm thinking of, I got a cell phone now. It's a flip phone. It's not a smartphone. So how about I go and, on my daily walk. I have a 10-minute daily walk every day, people. I could just go and just talk, right? Or I can go on my walk, talk, and, just do like a 10, 15, 20-minute video on whatever that's bugging me at the time. You know what I mean? Or relationships, or why this person's this way, that person's that way. We'll just talk about friends. Let's talk about, why is it difficult for me to find friends, huh? Why? It couldn't be because I got burned a bunch of times over the years by friends in elementary school, friends in high school that all walked away from you because they decided to be super jocks, and then you wonder why is he bitter at super jocks? Well, I hate jocks. I hate them. I hate their guts. I hope they all die. I hate that whole kind of alpha male mentality that a lot of them have. Then I see that transferred over to the real world, and people that have intelligence that are hardworking, they get stepped on in life, and these douchebags that like basically they made it through life because they're charismatic. They have no brains or intelligence. They don't know how to work, but then people like me, we work and our freaking backs are ruined, our knees are ruined, our feet are ruined because we work and we work hard and we accelerate and we climb the ladder. Every job I've ever had, I've accelerated in. I've climbed the ladder, and and then they were all sorry to see me go, or whatever. But then like these douchebags come along, and they float through life, and they get these $100,000 K plus jobs, $1 million jobs, and they don't know nothing. They literally don't know nothing. I know one family member in particular. He's making like $1 million a year, or hundreds of thousands a year, $500K a year. I don't know. He's got all this stuff, and I keep hearing about it. Like that makes him great or something like that. You know what I mean? Because he makes all this money. But what is he? He's just a bullshitter. He just knows how to bullshit people. He doesn't freaking have any knowledge of anything. Okay? Not much. Alright, I'll give him some credit. Maybe he knows his stuff, what he does. But what good does it do you at the end of the day? When you die, you're going to hell. I mean, you got frivolous, empty relationships, and now that you're older like me, well, where is your life? You got nothing. Now you got no kids and no wife, no nothing. So what does it do for you? You know what I mean? Oh, well, you sold your wild oats when you were like in your 20s and 30s, but now that you're 40 and are nearing 50, just like me, I'm starting to wonder, I regret not being more aggressive, or I regret not having gotten married and having kids when I was in my 20s. I regret that now. That's me. But what do these people think? They go and they do that, then they have their regrets too. But they had the opportunities. See, introverted people like me didn't have those opportunities when we were younger. But no, they squandered them just to be, typical jock douchebags. That's where they were, Okay, so now I've rambled close to 15 minutes now on literally nothing about 50 different topics. This is what I'm talking about. I want to make videos like this where I'm just talking about something because I'm pissed off, or I'm annoyed, or I don't know if I'll mention names. I don't want to embarrass people in my life, but I do want to talk about certain situations in my life. And I already know some of them are going to sneak on here on YouTube in the secret profile under a name that's not their name and go, I don't think you should do that, Ryan, Mad Rabbit, aka Mad Rabbit. I don't think you should do that because that would embarrass me, basically. Well, really? Maybe if you get your head out of your ass and start acting like, just a human being, and we wouldn't have that problem. I don't know. So, leave your comments below. Support me on Patreon. Hit the like button. Subscribe. You know what? I never mention that at the end of any of my videos. I got like 1,600 videos. I used to, like in the early days. Yes, I'll admit I did do that in some videos. I hardly ever mention it at all anymore. You know why? because that stuff's a bunch of BS. If you really did want to follow me, you don't need me to tell you to follow me. If you really wanted to support me on Patreon, throw me a few bucks every once in a while, freaking do it. It's in the link of every description of all my videos, okay? Freaking do it, because I'm broke, okay? Why do you think I'm doing this? I ain't got nothing else to do, and I got back problems, okay? The system won't get me on the system, and it's all screwed up, and that's a whole other thing, okay? So, yeah, that'll be another video for another topic. So the people that are actually hurt, the doctors won't give them a freaking scan when you tell them you got major freaking problems with your back, or your knees, or your feet, and oh, here's a referral to a foot doctor. Oh, they won't take that insurance because that's like welfare insurance. Well, how do I get off of welfare if I can't get the scan to get my feet fixed, to get the damn arches, huh? How am I supposed to do that? How do I get off the system if you won't let me use the system to get off the system? They want you on the system, that's why. They want you voting Democrat, baby. They want you voting for the socialists that are in there. So then I can get demonetized because I'm on the other side of the aisle. Oh no. Ooh. So hey, you know, these are the things I want to talk about. I really would like to start another channel and do this on them, but I want to get frickin' paid for it. So hey, maybe we'll talk about through things. Maybe I'll have to avoid the politics and some of my beliefs on here, only because I just don't want to get demonetized and I got other things that are going on here. And yeah, the video games will always take priority, folks, so don't worry about that. You'll get your precious little frickin' Minecraft tutorials making the same freaking houses for the same umpteenth time. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm coming back to that crap. I'll do it. Enjoy it. But for all you little 12-year-olds that really like that crap, great. I mean, I'm in competition with like all these guys that got like millions of subscribers that are getting hundreds of thousands of views per video on their stupid houses. So like I get like 20 views or 30 views at most sometimes, and like every once in a blue moon one of my videos will do good and I'll get like a couple thousand views or something. And it's a fluke because I can't freaking figure it out why one does really freaking great and 99% of the other videos do shit. So I don't know. Alright, so thanks for listening to me ramble and rant today, folks, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to rant. I don't even know when I'm gonna record some video content and just put my rant over it, and I don't know what the hell's on here, what's playing now, but enjoy it. Alright? Alright. Mad Rabbit out of here. This is pissed off Mad Rabbit, and lonely and depressed and frickin', I don't know. Actually, I should be pretty freaking happy today. I solved a pretty major problem in some of my ministries in the church. Like I run the live stream, and I was really happy we troubleshooted this one problem, and the live stream works now. Great. So I should be happy, right? Right. All right. I know. I complain about everything. I'm terrible. All right. See you guys next time. Adios.